How's it going? I didn't say the thing. I didn't say the thing. No one is here, so I can be as cringe as I want. Welcome in, Crystal. I was being cringe, but now I have a witness, so I can't be as cringe. Hey, Crovis, good to see ya. I do have my crochet here with me tonight. Agnostic, quick as always. Hey, no worries. Don't worry. We're just gonna do TikTok call-ins tonight. Hey, Preston. So I am working on another crochet project, this time for a coworker who was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go see my nieces next week. Can you make each of them a bag?" So I'm trying to make 3 bags by next week. So sorry about the strawberry hats that might be just a tad bit delayed because of this. You witnessed the cringe? Oh, damn it, I forgot about the delay on YouTube. Fuck. Well, I thought we would try this topic again, because last night was... how do you say it? Big steaming pile of poo-poo. I didn't get a single caller. So, let's hope that we can get some tonight. Now, it is just a TikTok live tonight. Hey, Boogie! And by that I mean only TikTok callers. So, if you are over on TikTok and you're watching and you're like, I don't think the Bible is stinky, then you're welcome to request up and we can have a conversation. Hey, it's Kaylin. The person who drew me and Joel and Mezzo on their Bad Bible Hub whiteboard, they also did little sketches of each of us. And they are incredible. I love them so much. They're on the BBF, the Bad Bible Friends Discord. Super fucking cool. Hey, Shadow. Hey, Matt. How long did it take me to learn how to crochet? So I took one in-person lesson, and then I figured out the rest from tutorials. I've been doing it year and a half-ish now, something like that. Like, not that long. Like, not even 2 years. Hey, CB! You keep your Bible clean so it doesn't smell? Well, if you open it up, I am sorry, but I think you'll find that the fragrant odor will come out. Fragrant odor. What a wonderful phrase. I see we've got some Christians in here if you'd like to request up. Thank you, babe, for taking care of that. We have a little problem with raccoons getting into the garbage in our complex. And so they got into our trash and made a mess, and the can was kind of smelly. So Joshua went out and cleaned it for us, because he's already smelly, so it doesn't matter. You still don't know what binaural means. It's when a bisexual gives oral. You helped rebuild 8 baby raccoons? Aw, that's adorable. I like raccoons. I like their weird little fingers. I like how they wash their food. Christians in chat, if you want to have a conversation, you are welcome to request up. Ooh, not you though. I don't. I'm gonna say bad vibes from that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, here's the thing, America's back. I'm not anti-Christian. Um, I critique Christianity. Um, a lot of times when people are so aggressively against Islam, uh, it's because they don't like Muslim people. I don't know. Just the America's Back username plus that profile picture just does not instill confidence in me that I wouldn't be platforming a piece of shit. So I'm gonna choose not to. Happy Men's Mental Health Month. I appreciate you saying so because it's obvious that you're very lonely. There is a community here for you. If that's like just some attempt to like try to divert attention away from Pride, I get it. I get that you don't have other interesting things going on in your life. You could be a nicer, better, kinder person. Um, this gives you a chance to work on it. Yeah, gay men don't exist, silly. Okay, dude, it's very obvious that's still you. That's you have the same profile picture. What? Just with a different thing in it.
Hi.
Hey, can I get your name, age, and pronouns?
Yes, okay. So I'm Elfie. I'm 18 and I'm go by Shiha.
Okay.
I'm atheist, but I don't agree with the way that you talk about religion due to the fact that everyone has their own right to religion. Everyone can be religious if they want to.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah. When
personally
did I ever say people couldn't be religious?
I didn't say that. I said that the fact I don't like the way that you speak about religion. I don't like the fact that you say it's stinky
But it
about
is.
Christians.
Well,
Because I feel
no.
like
Hold on. Read again. Does it say Christians are stinky?
Christians or Catholic or anyone who abides by the Bible,
Well, it's criticizing the Bible, not those people.
I just think that whoever wants to follow the Bible can follow the Bible they want. I agree with some parts that you think of the Bible may not be right. I'm atheist.
May not
Um,
be right.
yeah, that some parts of the Bible aren't right. Some parts of the Bible may not be right because of the fact that this. Okay, I'm stating my opinion, and people in your chat are just like straight dogging on me. I have the right to my own opinion.
No one
People
said you
in your
didn't,
chat.
Elfie.
I know, it's just people in
You're
your.
mistaking criticism with oppression here.
No, they are criticizing me just because I have my own opinion. You can have your own
Right,
opinion if
and
you
you're
want.
mistaking that criticism for oppression. The fact that you are still up here on my platform sharing your opinions shows that I'm honoring your right to have your opinion.
Who says
So you
I'm a
don't
secret Christian? Someone said I was a secret Christian. I'm so sorry for
calm.
interrupting you, by
Yeah,
the way.
yeah, calm down, because
Huh?
I'm the one having a conversation with you.
No, 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 no. I am calm. This is just the way that I speak.
Yeah, why are you? You're talking to chat. You came up here to talk to chat instead of me. I mean,
No,
if you want
I'm
to talk
speaking
to
to you.
chat, you can do that
Um,
from chat.
all I want to say is that I don't agree with the way that you talk about other people's religion. That was all I wanted to say.
Okay, appreciate your feedback.
Yeah, it's fine. Thank you. Thank you for listening to it, and I appreciate that.
Yep. Have a good one.
You too. Thank you.
My audio is quieter than hers. Did it decrease her audio when I was talking? I tried to change it so that it would, but it might have put it on the opposite direction. And if that's true, uh-oh.
Robot, how are you doing?
Hey, have we talked before?
No.
Okay. Can I get your name, age, and pronouns?
Dean, 27, him.
You said Dean?
Yeah.
You got a little bit of an echo. Do you have any headphones or anything?
Hold on. Is that better?
Let me see if I talk. A little bit?
What about now?
I'm just trying to see how I sound when I talk. Yeah, I don't hear it bad. Okay.
Yeah, I just turned on my phone volume. But yeah, I mean, what's your thing here? The Bible is stinky. It's pretty gross.
Yeah. PU, right? It is gross, I agree.
I mean, I have a Bible right here. I mean, I could read you some very beautiful, heartwarming passages.
And I could read you some horrifying, atrocious passages.
What, like 2 Thessalonians 32:2?
That's not on my list, no.
It says, he that shall not work shall not eat.
Oh, were you trying to make a fat joke?
No, that has nothing to do with you. That's just one of the things I use to debate politics. People say, "Oh,
Gotcha.
you don't believe in SNAP?" We're like, "No, I don't."
Well, that would be based on a religious belief and their separation of church and state through the Establishment Clause, which prohibits the government from establishing any form of a religion, so using the Bible to justify legislation wouldn't stand under the Constitution. But I have a list of 15 passages here. Thanks to my good friends Joel and Mezzo, they've compiled what they call the list of irreconcilable passages, aka lips. Love that I stammered on passages and not irreconcilable. So I can go through some of those with you if you'd like to go through some of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, pick a number 1 through 15.
10.
10. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So that one is going to be Jeremiah 19:9. And I will make them eat the flesh of their sons and the flesh of their daughters, and all shall eat the flesh of their neighbors in the siege and in the distress with which their enemies and those who seek their life afflict them. So it's God causing the cannibalism of children as a punishment.
Is that in red text?
It's in Jeremiah.
Yeah, but if it's written in red in the Bible, then that would be God's words himself. If it's not, then it could be Moses, could be Jeremiah, it could be multiple other people.
So usually the red text is when Jesus is speaking, and Jesus was not in Jeremiah.
Correct, God.
Yeah, so if the red text is when Jesus is speaking, there's not any
Jesus
red text.
is God.
There's not any red text in the Old Testament.
Jesus is God.
Yeah, there's not any red text in the Old Testament, Dean.
Right.
So you asked me if it was red text, but it's in the Old Testament.
Okay. So, I mean, like, what context is that in? Do you know at all?
Yeah, so
or do you just read these?
I just read the 1 verses. So, contextually, this is another situation in which God is, initiating a genocide against a group of people supposedly for their wickedness. But my main problem is, do you think there's any context in which it's justified to have children killed and eaten?
Yes.
Really? What context would it be justified to have children killed and eaten?
Muslims.
Are you that one fucking guy with the horrible profile picture?
No, I saw him, though.
Okay, so just... You're trying to be a witness for Christ here, and you just out loud said that you think that there is a people group that deserves to be killed and eaten because of their religious beliefs. Do you think that that's a good way to represent your religion, or do you think that that will drive people away from your beliefs after they see how horrible you are?
So, hold on, one question. So, like, obviously that was just a joke, but... and
not funny. We do a lot of jokes around here, and, like, the important part is that jokes are funny. So... Do you want to do a redo?
Also, shout out on the comments. Muslim isn't a race, honey.
Ooh,
so
honey, love the condescension.
So, are all of your scriptures that you have written down, your 1 through 15, are those all Old Testament?
No, there's some New Testament in there.
Can you read me one of those?
Yeah, sure. Let's go with Jude 1:5. Now I desire to remind you, though you are fully informed once and for all, that Jesus, who saved a people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed those who did not believe.
How is that negative?
Because people were destroyed? Sorry, some of us who are not you actually value human lives.
Oh, like children, like abortions.
What do you think you're doing there? What's your point there?
Do you care if people have abortions or not?
Well, no children has ever been killed by abortion. So, not really.
Yeah, actually, millions. It's actually worse than a genocide. Actually, worse than
Worse than which one? Say it. Say the fucking thing. Which one is it? What's the worst then? What's the worst then, Dean? Say it. If you're gonna pivot to abortion, you gotta stand. Grow a pair. Fucking say it, dude.
What are you talking about?
You know what you were gonna say. What's it worse than? What's abortion worse than?
The Crusades.
No, that's not what you were gonna say. Say it.
The Hollow.
Yeah! You're a piece of shit, Dean.
Why?
Get the fuck off my stream. Hey, how's it going?
Oh, hello. I just wanted to come up and tell the previous guest, that's disgusting. People burned, real life babies burned, real life children burned, 6 million people died.
Yep.
That's depravity, disgusting, and abhorrent, and I am ashamed that you walk the earth with me. I hope you do us all a favor and go see a therapist.
Okay, I was like, whoa! Don't follow that up with what it sounded like you're about to say. All right. Well, thank you for coming up.
No problem. Sorry.
No worries. I did get a restriction for harassment and bullying. But that was before that last guest said anything. That was from the first guest, probably because I was calling him a piece of shit. But you know what? Fucking deserved. Because you can't just say shit like that and not get called out on it. So if you want to be anything like that fucking guest, not the one we just had, it was lovely. The one before that. Yeah.
I just want to say one thing, and I'll drop after I agree with your prompt. But I think it's funny that they're sitting there saying that AB is a sin when it says that a man who causes a miscarriage in the Bible will only be fined. However, if it's a birthed person, that's a life for a life. So I don't understand the fact that they sit there and say that it's the same thing. It's not. It's
damage to a fetus is considered a property crime in the Bible,
right, exactly. Explicitly. It's like for sure. That's all I want to say. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for coming up. Have a good one. I think it was a joke, but someone said eating an egg is an abortion. That's kind of funny. I turned my volume up. Is it better? Because I don't want to hear a bunch of people being like, "No, your volume was too low." The road to hell, it's gonna be crowded. Alright, well, if you want to request up and speak, do that then. Wonderful. I'm glad that you guys can hear me. I have myself at like 200% and guest at like 50.
Listen, I just wanted to come up and say I'm an atheist and I really like your prompt because the Bible is stinky and you have the best chat. Oh my God, I love your chat. And I just really like you and I like the way that you don't put Christians down. You just talk about the
Get
Bible.
Out of my life. How dare you? How dare you?
I just like you, okay? Thank you. Thank you for all you do. And thank you, chat.
Stop, Crystal, stop. That's so gay, you guys. Was that my mom? No, my mom would not have been that nice to me. Are you kidding? Oh, you can also hear me swallow? I'll do it louder. I hated that.
Hey, babe, heard you were swallowing.
No! No! God damn it. My mouth sounds have always been loud. Oh, fuck! I've never even known that. But people have told me that I'm quiet. What the fuck? Maybe I just need to be more hydrated. Maybe someone needs to make that up to me by bringing me an ice water. A lot of mouth noise. Oh no. What the fuck? Okay, I got another warning, so I have to restart. Because it says that it contains hate speech. So we're gonna do a quick little restart on TikTok. See you guys in a second. It's gonna be real quick. That was strange. TikTok's been on like a real quick, I don't even want to say the word now that I just restarted, but they've been really quick to slap penalties on things. So let's try to avoid that. Tristan, you're right. The fuck is Robot Goat? I wish I fucking knew. Would I call the Quran Stinky? Sure, Quran Stinky. Why is it smiling? What the fuck? I immediately got another restriction.
What?
I just got another restriction.
Maybe try not to be so hateful. Is it really? Do you think it's literally because the Bible is stinky? Is enough to? Is TikTok deciding that stinky is hate speech?
That's so whack.
Maybe one more quick restart since you just did it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do another one because I got another fucking thing. Okay, let's switch it to smelly. Because apparently stinky is too extreme. That's so weird. Yeah, apparently the stink word is too much. We're back. Hopefully. My audio's really loud now. I didn't change any of the settings. What? I didn't change my settings. Audio sounds the same. It's a little louder. I feel like you guys are gaslighting me. Turn down the volume. I'm not fixing it again. Give a couple good swallows to check. Oh, fuck off. That's funny though. I'll turn it down a little bit. This is proof of God, clearly. Ha! Hey, Dr. Joe, good to see you. How are you doing this evening? It is lovely, and we are being all positive here, and nothing negative is being said. We are all very happy and positive. Also, PK. If you haven't seen, in my Discord, we are doing the official goat naming poll. So, you got to be in the Discord to vote, but this will be the definitive naming poll. Unless there's a tie, then I'll break it. But if you want to be a part of officially naming our goat friend here, I'm not putting it off any longer. This is your chance to do that. It closes tomorrow morning at like 10 Eastern, I think. It's not real boner. No! I have had this cup. I have had this cup the whole time. It's been here the whole time. It is in the announcements channel on the Discord. So once you join and get approved, then you'll check the announcements and you'll see the options. There's 4 options to choose from. So those are the 4 official options. I'm not going to add any more. So you get what you get. It's my Discord. If you check out on my page, you might have to copy and paste a link into your browser. For some reason, that's how it works on TikTok with Discord links. But if you are on YouTube, you should just be able to directly join from the link tree. That's just how it is. I see we do have some people joining. I will try to either approve those join requests myself or have a mod do it. But I think I only have like 1 mod on my approvals for that. Just as a safety measure, make sure that the people we got going in there are gonna be chill. So. Dylan, if you'd like to have a chat about it, you are welcome to request up. I am taking calls. Well, Dr. Joe, that is up to you. No pressure to join the Discord. But it is going to be the way that we name the goat. I've got some other stuff in the works, but I want to have a name for the goat for it, so get to it. We got a super chat over on YouTube, sent by Church Shit, who sent 666 to say, vote Beep for the goat name. Yes, Beep is one of the options. Beep had an early lead, then fell back. But it's still in the running. It's a pretty tight race right now. I think we've got close to 50 votes now. And it was neck and neck last time I checked. So there's Beep, there's Psy, there's Tibsy, and there's Vincent Van Goat as our options. Hashtag Team Beep. Yeah, we have 48 votes right now. Wow, it is really neck and neck. Because we've got the top 3 have 14, 12, and 13. So, your vote could matter. You can vote in the Discord, which you can access through my page. It is in the announcements channel on Discord. And let's see. Babe, you should have admin access on the Discord, if you can check the entry tickets, just verify that the information is correct and let them in if they're good to go. I'm gonna put that on you. So if your entry request doesn't get approved soon, blame Rat Soup, not me. I, as always, am blameless and perfect. Oh, pressuring him worked. That's how you know it's a good relationship. Kidding. Billy D. Goat. There were a few that I vetoed just because I know people with those names and it would feel strange to have it named like the same thing as them, so. I can't keep giving warnings for mouth noise. I don't know how to do that. My mouth just makes noises. Hey, Not Morgan got ticket number 69. Hell yeah. Oh, welcome in, No Degree. Always great to see you. I think you've deconstructed from reading. So. All our mouths make noises. I mean, talking is mouth noises, right? So you're just getting a little extra ASMR. A little extra ASMR with your debates tonight. And that's just out of the kindness of my heart. That is free. You're one big mouth noise. Amen. Explain the Big Bang. Well, things got pretty hot and heavy there. Get it? Because it was a hot, dense state. Anyway. RBTGTASMR. So catchy. Look, I'm working on naming the goat. The official goat poll is up. We have almost 50 votes. Beep did get another vote, so church shit, your super chat might have persuaded somebody. We got more people we're letting into the Discord right now. I'm not sure which miracle you're talking about to that person in chat, so I can't really explain it because I don't know what you're referring to. Hey, how's it going? Are you showering?
No, I'm just chilling. It's raining, and I just want to say I fuck with that goat on your screen, and I just wanted to learn more about
I'm sorry, your audio is horrible. Can you get somewhere quieter and call back?
1 sec.
I'm gonna let you figure that out on your own time. That was strange. I have had someone call in while in the bathtub before. So that was strange. That is not true. That bread turned into the human heart and wine into blood. That is just not fucking true. Tested by the WHO, and it happened in the 8th century, long before the WHO would have existed? I am not sure what you mean. You only let guests up if they're in a bath or shower? Hey, good call. Well, Salted Caramel, thank you. I got the layout of this page from Etsy. I'm not sure if this is how the person's name is actually supposed to be pronounced, but it's spelled Titty-O-Liddy, so... Eat your heart out because my heart turned into bread. My heart has been bread, specifically garlic bread. Someone just said that's so offensive. I'm assuming it was something I said, but I don't know which thing it was. I bread too. Look, not to like Oprah, but I love bread. We had some toast with dinner tonight. It's gonna be grody. No, it sounds like grody. Like, grody to the max. Oh, the title of my show is offensive. Good. Get over it, snowflake. I'm gonna get another bullying warning for that, aren't I? Wishing me healing? Ugh, fuck, thank you. Maybe the bacterial infection will finally go away. It is not where you'd expect. Okay, maybe it's where you'd expect. Where did you expect?
I got a question. Do you do this for other religions or just Christianity?
I critique other religions, but I primarily talk about Christianity because it's what I was a part of for almost 2 decades.
Why not critique like Islam or something where it's like
Yeah, because I wasn't a part
genuine-
of the Islamic organization for almost 2 decades.
for almost 2? So you were a part of it?
I was no, I wasn't part of Islam at all. I was Christian for almost 2 decades. So I talk about what I know.
So what's your issue?
That.
Wait, hold up. You're not a victim here, or what?
You don't have to
Sorry.
worry about what chat's saying.
I know, I'm sorry, it's just shocking. But, I mean, I guess let's get a start. What about it makes it smelly? What about it you dislike? At least, let's do it 2. Let's start with 2.
Start with 2. Well, I usually do 3 because my whole thing is I go with the CIA. So that's going to be contradictions, inaccuracies, and atrocities.
All right, let's do first for anything. I'm educated, but I'm not completely. So there's gonna be things where I'm gonna be like, yeah, I don't know.
Oh, I
let's
can
do
do my
atrocities.
questions. Damn. Can I? What do you want to go by?
He, him, or also like name or also?
And you're over 18.
Yeah, 20.
All right. And Fuzztooth sent a super chat to say, YouTube search the bread song if you haven't heard the bread song. And the Bible is literally smelly. Thank you. I'm going to have to look up the bread song later. So also, why are you typing in chat right now?
Oh, I'm talking to this person. I don't know what their issue is. I didn't even say anything when I
you
joined.
didn't tag anybody. You just sent, who are you?
Oh, because I put the question mark and I tried to put who are you like under the question mark, but somebody already texted, so it made it seem like I was texting nobody. Oh, this dude right here. This person right here. You see, look at they're right. They're right.
That's fine. I don't care. It's just funny out of context that you just sent who are you to nobody in particular in chat. So yeah, the contradictions, inaccuracies, and atrocities are gonna be my main 3 problems with the Bible.
Could we do atrocities? I know a bit more on this.
Okay, sure, atrocities. God, there's so many. Do you have a favorite atrocity that God commits?
I don't believe any of them are atrocities, but let's hear what you dislike.
Interesting. Let's go with God taking the life of David's baby.
David's baby. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Could you kind of recap me on that? Because I know there's like a situation I'm thinking of, but I don't know if that's the one.
Yeah, so after David raped Bathsheba and had her husband killed at war, they had a child together, and God was angry at David because of this property crime that he committed by raping another man's wife. So he had a twofold punishment for David, and the first part of that was that he struck David's baby with illness, so that it died after 1 week of being sick. The second part was having a bunch of David's wives raped by David's son in broad daylight, but we don't have to focus on that one for now. I want to focus in on that baby that God killed.
That was
So
wait. Second one. Sorry to cut you off. The second one. I gotta write that in my notes. Could you go into that so I could learn about
uh,
that part?
well, I'd like to talk about the baby one first, since you asked me which one I wanted to start with. Yeah. So the baby was not part of the adultery.
Yeah.
So I would say that God striking that infant down would be atrocious.
Let me get my Bible. I know there's probably more context to that. I would say, based on my off of hearing this, right? Because I'm barely going over the Old Testament, but obviously I believe
gave a
the
lot of
punishment.
context.
No, I'm agreed. That's what I'm saying. Like your context helped, but obviously, I'll have to go and read it too. But damn, I would say it was justified, obviously, because one, it wasn't suffering. Two, is
Whoa, hold
guaranteed to
on.
go to heaven.
It wasn't suffering? God made it sick for a week and then it died.
Yeah, but where does it indicate that it was suffering?
And the fact that it was sick for a week and then died.
Yeah,
Do you think it's a pleasant experience to be deathly ill for a week and then die?
Well, you could be sick and not feel pain, not suffer. It's true, no. It is true. You could feel sick and not feel pain.
Sick enough to die and not suffer whatsoever?
Yeah.
Such as when?
Do I gotta quote the person dying?
Well, just like give me an example of an illness that kills you and doesn't make you suffer whatsoever.
Good one. Let me see. I got no idea.
Yeah, it's because there's not one.
There has to be one.
No. Generally, death is considered to be a pretty bad thing to experience.
I agree.
Yeah.
Can we do a new atrocity?
You're giving up that easily on that one?
I told you, I gotta, I'm still looking into it. Can we do one that's like, I could debate on, please?
I'm not gonna hold your hand through this, Oso. You called up. If you're not ready
No,
to
you
defend your
gotta-
points, I'm not responsible for that.
Okay, that's fair. Let's do a new one. Let's roll
You
the
pick
dice.
one this time.
Oh, I can pick one? Okay, bet. Let's do Sodom and Gomorrah.
Okay, sure. Sodom and Gomorrah. What do you think the crime of Sodom and Gomorrah was?
They were what's TikTok friendly here? What am I allowed to say? Like, so I could kind of word it out. Because they were doing a lot of terrible stuff. They were murdering people, assaulting people.
Yeah, the main thing was lack of hospitality. That's why the angels were sent down as a test of their hospitality.
Do you want to know what they wanted to do to the angels when they came?
Yeah, but
When a
again,
crowd come-
it was considered because they were guests and they were supposed to be hospitable to guests. That was the problem. It wasn't like, oh
And
my
it was
goodness.
it was also the people who came into that town and were assaulted. Like, they weren't friendly. They were idol worshippers. They did a lot of terrible shit. A lot of terrible stuff.
Do you think there were children in Sodom and Gomorrah?
I hope not. After the stuff that they were doing, I know they had no morals.
It was a
So,
town. Do you think it's reasonable to think that there was a town with no children?
No, not at all. Not in the sense, but
So it's likely that there were children killed?
yes, it is likely, and it's likely that there wasn't, considering that we're both going off of the assumption that there was and wasn't.
I think it's a lot more reasonable to say there probably were children because this was a town where people lived. I don't know why it would have been only adults, especially if they were like engaging on all types of sin, you would think that sexual sin would be on that list, and because of that, there probably would have been a lot of kids being born, right? So I think it's kind of unreasonable to say, hey, there probably weren't any children there. So it seems like it's likely children would have been killed during the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. Do you think that those children deserve to be killed by fire raining down from the sky because of something that the adults did?
Well, no, but at the same time, I can't answer that because it's a hypothetical. We should be going off of what we know. And my counter question to you is, do you think if there wasn't no kids, it would be justified? If there was no kids at all in this case?
Well, my friend Mezzo here brings up a good point. If there weren't any kids there, just, like, seal off the town. They'll all just die off if they're not reproducing.
They were doing terrible stuff even to people that were coming into the town.
And
Like,
if you
they
seal
had to
off the
go.
town, they can't do that anymore because no people would be coming into the town.
So my question to you is, would you be cool with letting those people live? The things that they were doing.
The
Like, do
things
you
that they
think it
were
was
doing.
justified?
Well, I don't really agree in, like, killing people for things that they do wrong.
Yeah.
So I would say I would not kill them for this. I agree that there should be some sort of punishment, some sort of accountability, if they were harming other people, and it seems in the text that it indicates that they were. But I certainly wouldn't punish the children who had no part in any of it.
Look, I get what you're saying. So, like I said, we can't go off of that part of the children. We can't. Like, that's not fair. It doesn't explicitly say in the Bible like God wiped out children. It's not saying
Well,
that.
it's the town, right? And if you're worried about that, he wiped out kids in the flood just fine. So why would we assume that he would do differently in this case?
Actually, the word of God went around to like almost everybody to prepare them for the flood. I think how many years was it before?
And how
the
many
flood
people
happened?
survived?
Noah. Who else? His wife, his kids.
Yeah, it was
think
8
there-
people, and it was all
Eight,
Noah's
okay.
family. So any kids that were still alive were killed in the flood.
Well, that brings me back to Sodom and Gomorrah. You don't believe that what they were doing, right? And I guess this is a perfect comparison. They were offing people, assaulting people. They weren't welcoming the people that, because back then, during this time period, it was normal for you to travel and go into new, not cities, so would you say cities? It's normal for you to go into new places, right? And be welcomed and that, right? They weren't welcoming. They were doing some terrible stuff.
Yeah, so no matter what the adults were doing, the children didn't deserve to be punished for it. And if God is all-powerful, he could have come up with a literally infinite number of ways to punish the adults without punishing the children. So he deliberately chose a means of punishment that also targeted the children.
Well, we don't know that for sure.
What
That
part do
is
we not
true.
know?
That he's literally saying he's okay with child. I'm gonna stop reading your chat. I'm sorry, but we don't know that it was like that. There were children involved. We're just
In the
going off
flood?
in both. We're going off of
You
speculation.
think in the entire earth there were no children?
I don't know. Yeah.
You think they just stopped having children for an entire generation?
Probably.
Probably.
It's not impossible.
Is it reasonable? That's the question, right? Because here's the thing. A lot of times when I talk to Christians, they go off of what is, like, technically, logically possible, rather than what is, like, reasonable or probable. So just to say, like, there's no logical contradiction in everyone deciding not to have children for a generation, we have no reason to believe that that's what happened. It doesn't say that in the text, it seems very unlikely that just for no reason everyone would decide to stop having children, and there's no mention of that in the Bible. Because you would think that if that were the case, they'd want to mention, hey, by the way, just so you don't think God's a bad guy, there weren't any kids, right? You think they would clarify, like, no, we didn't kill the kids here. But that's not in there. So that leads me to believe that it's not the case that everybody, for some reason, stopped having children for an entire generation before the flood.
Hold up. Bayside.
All right.
Come here. Come here. Go. Go. I'm talking to my dog. My bad.
I'm gonna mute you real quick. You can unmute when you're ready.
Yeah, that was real. My bad. Give me like 2 minutes. Like, I'm gonna feed him real quick.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard, it's strange. I've heard that exact argument before, where it's like, well, maybe there weren't any kids. That just doesn't make sense to me. Why would there not be children there? There's no indication. There's like, if I were God, and I am, I just pissed off somebody in here I know. I would definitely make sure to point out, like, hey, I didn't get the kids, right? I'm not a freak. I didn't get the kids. Oh, Lot's daughters were kids, yeah, so there were kids. But maybe they were the only ones. Maybe only Lot had children because he was righteous. Anyway, he left. Yeah, we didn't even get to the Amalekites. Babe, thank you. He had to feed his dog. Yeah, because I made him my bitch. Oh god. Carvin says, Ro-God, goat, robo-god, god, dog, dote. I hope I read that correct. Happy late birthday, Carbon. I don't know the book of Samuel. Well, I just referenced the Amalekites, which occurs in 1 Samuel, so I would think that I do. And I also earlier referenced the punishment against David for adultery, which is in 2 Samuel. So... Godot, the game engine? No, Godot, the guy we're waiting for. Like 2 people in here maybe caught that reference. Atheist cat for 20. Thank you. Ew, rat soup. You didn't have to agree. Beard got that reference. Bite you, I will. Your former English teacher self-caught it. Hell yeah. There was a pretty recent revival, wasn't there, with Keanu Reeves? Anyway, the outcome of the Tonys, kind of interesting. Not gonna get into that, that's not what you guys are here for, but just know that certain productions were completely snubbed. And I felt bad for them. Because they really needed to not be. It's not amen, it's gay men. Gay men to that. Or raw men, or ramen, or a them. Alright, we're getting a lot of very good suggestions here. Bi men, pan men, yeah. I do like the a them, since it feels like we're getting a lot of men in there. You guys prefer ramen or ramen? Thank you, Sherry. I like your fake tan. Depends which heathen we're worshipping. Wild question to come in on. You don't know the dang half of it. Aw, hopeful disciple. That's icky. It's Pride Month. Don't be homophobic. Bleh. Boogie. That's wild. But I approve. Let's not pivot into anti-Semitism. You've been spewing enough conspiracy. Oh good, someone else already muted you. Ah. Grovis, you're ahead of me on that one. I love it. You have a little crush? Is it on me? I hope you guys know it's mandatory to have a little crush on me if you're in my live streams. Except in Rat Soup's case, then he has to have a big crush on me. Yes, that is special pleading. I don't care. 'Cause we like share a bed and kiss and stuff. Don't tell anyone though. Don't tell anyone. But your wife? Not anymore. Don't clip that. My wife. Damn it. I wasn't gonna say it until I saw it in chat. Yo, Widowy blushing so hard right now. I gotta turn on this fan. You can see I'm turning a very wonderful tomatoey color. And it's not just because all these people in here. It's because I dressed for warmer weather than it actually is, and I'm in a closet right now. Hey babe, what's up?
Hey, I don't know. I just heard I had to have a big crush on you, and you wanted everyone in chat to have a little crush on you.
A little one. You're the only one who has to have a big one.
Okay. Well, all right. So I don't know. I don't know if you should be encouraging everyone to have crushes on you. Might be too much competition.
You scared of a little competition?
It might look like Robot Goat's blushing, but it's actually just really hot in that
It's
space
so
they're in right now.
fucking toasty in here. I mean, you can see the sweat too, so I think that helps my case. But I am in just a closet. How about having a crush on Rat Soup? I'll fucking kill you. No.
Let's do the frown from Obsession real quick. Sloth is telling me I should up the ante and demand crushes too.
No.
That was Obsession was such a good movie, guys, by the way, if you haven't seen it yet.
It lived up to the hype. It really did. I thought we were having a nice live.
Well, if you guys want for some opposition to get in here, make sure you're sharing and reposting the stream. Make sure you're tapping the like on there so it gets it pushes it to their weird little algorithms full of hymns
Tap
and
that
stuff.
screen like you tap Rat Soup's ass.
No tapping of the ass. No ass tappery. And then I bopped him.
Then I bopped him. I will note that the likes are still
Instead,
going up.
just tap Robot Goat's face, and that'll be much better. Because if you tap my little box, that's wild, babe. You should see if you can lean over and give the goat a little kiss. Aw.
Really showed off my turkey neck in doing so. Oh, he's allowed to
Lobotomy,
talk
you
about
know
his little
what?
box.
That's your problem.
Oh, Sherry's back. What'd she say this time? Get a toothbrush? What decade are we in, Sherry? I know the last time you had friends was the 80s, but you don't have to be stuck in it. Your box is huge. Damn.
I see we have Alex Cross Flag in chat, but doesn't seem to be willing to come up. I wonder if there's any other Christians who are willing to.
We have people here who have been like arguing and they're not coming up. I mean, at least we've had a couple of actual guests, right?
Yeah, that's
better
true.
Than last night where there was literally nobody.
The forensic psychologist.
Together we're robot soup, right?
I thought we were Bionic Barnyard, but if we're Robot Soup or Robot
Bionic
Soup...
Barnyard's my thing, bitch.
Fine, god damn.
Oh, so still feeding his dog somewhere. Got a super chat over on YouTube. Are medium crushes allowed? That was sent by 89 Wampus.
Only on ghosts.
Like Long Island medium. He
Okay,
got
Alex
raptured.
Cross, the forensic side. Yeah, I didn't know Alex Cross. Yeah, I'll have to look that up.
I love when my guests get raptured. But I would say medium crushes are allowed if it's on both of us at the same time. Like if you have a crush on myself and Rat Soup, a medium amount at the same time, that is allowed. What
That
say
just
you,
creates
babe?
opportunities.
What?
So that just creates opportunities.
See, personally, I don't have like a list of celebrity crushes. I have a list of celebrity couples that I think are hot. But that's just me.
And I'm not gonna apologize for it.
Yeah, I know you love the Bidens that much. Joe and Jill.
Of all the... he's not even in like the top 30 most attractive presidents.
Yeah, you're right. It would really be like 15 9/11s.
Are you here just to torment me? What is this?
I'm just hoping to keep chat entertained until someone gets so tired of my yapping they come up and debate.
Jason
about
Debateman said,
something.
did you hear about the short psychic who escaped from jail? You mean there's a small medium at large? Never forget times 15.
I'm glad I'm entertaining. Good.
You had a crush on Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? That's cute. I don't know if that's a joke set up or just an actual thing, but that's cute either way. I'm gonna choose to believe it's true. I definitely had a heart for like any of the characters that got bullied. Not projecting or anything. It's true. See, that's adorable. Meg from Hercules. Any Susan Egan's character. Yeah.
Princess Kita from Atlantis for me.
Oh, that's a good one.
I loved that movie so much as a kid. I watched that on repeat a lot. Not just for her, but you know, also for her. That swimming scene was great.
I mean, both Kita and Milo can get it, so.
I used to want to be Milo. Like he was like my hero at one point as a kid. It's probably why I like history too. It's probably to a degree why I like history actually, because he made being into history cool for me when I was like really young.
tornado warning is over. Yay!
Hell yeah.
I'm not a fan.
You didn't
of...
get sucked by the sky.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of tornadoes. I've talked about it a little bit before, but my hometown was wiped out by a tornado a little over 15 years ago now. So I do still have a pretty intense fear of tornadoes. Should I tell my camp story?
Maybe. I do want to point out, though, that Crovis said they had a crush on the Kratt brothers. I think that was pretty funny.
That's reasonable.
But yeah, you should tell the camp story.
Come on.
It's not unreasonable. Let's see. I never watched much of that, but I remember my little brothers and sisters watching it.
Only if I pretend it's Are You Afraid of the Dark. Is it Are You Afraid or is it Are You Scared? I thought it was Are You Scared of the Dark. Here.
Changed nothing. Absolutely nothing changed.
Fuck you! It is this one time at band camp, but it's hard to get people to believe me when I tell them this story because it's so strange. And it's not really a scary story. It's just a weird story that I can't believe this actually happened to me. So I went to this magnet school. So when I say I went to a religious preschool, elementary, middle, and high school, that is true. There was a brief period in elementary school where I went to a magnet school that was not religious, but I got bullied so badly I had to transfer back to a private school. So this was at the magnet school between religious schools. And we went to this week-long camp. And it was called Project American Life. It doesn't really exist anymore. But it was this week-long pro-America, pro-capitalist camp. At an actual summer camp. We stayed in this big lodge in bunk beds. There were different cabins and there was a mess hall. It was classic old summer camp. And they had us do these activities that were supposed to promote patriotism. There were also definitely some that were faith-based. And they shouldn't have been because again, this was a public school field trip. But we did this one, we've been told all week, oh, everyone's favorite is the activity that we do on Thursday night. Thursday night is the best. So we do all these, pro-capitalist activities. There was a stock market simulation. I won, by the way. I made the most because I just bribed the stock traders to tell me what the market was going to do every single time, and they were always right. Capitalism. But they did this thing on Thursday nights, and it was a Berlin Wall simulation. So they're trying to teach us about why capitalism is so much better than communism. And so they're teaching us this by telling us about the Berlin Wall. So they put on this little simulation. They have these guys come in dressed as German communists in full uniform, carrying weapons, and they start to give us this spiel about how they're fully in character. They're we should be so grateful to live in this country, and they've given us so many opportunities, and they've heard that we're trying to escape the communist side of the wall and get over to the evil capitalists, and to punish us for this betrayal. They take one of our counselors out back behind the lodge. They proceed to have him shout in pain as if he's being beat up, and then they fired off an actual pew shot. It was a blank, but they actually they hauled our counselor out back, made us think that they were beating him, and then fired off a blank, and the screaming stopped. So we were in 5th grade, They made this room of 5th graders think that they dragged their counselor out back, beat him up, and executed them. That was the beginning of the Berlin Wall simulation. So the rest of the night was spent, like, running around to various locations trying to, like, sneak across the wall. And we were given, like, a penny. And I'm pretty sure our code word was "In God We Trust," which again is hilarious because this is a public school field trip. But we were supposed to, like, find out who our allies were and escape over the wall without getting caught. And at one point we did get caught, and we got sent to re-education camp, where they hauled us out to this little shack in the woods that just had, like, an old TV playing static. And then they, like, lectured us about how we should be so grateful to our country, and if we're caught again, then we'll be executed or sent to a work camp. It's crazy. We span, like, this entire campground and more. At one point we have to, like, sneak onto a bus, and this bus is driving us down the road, and then the bus gets stopped by communists, and they make us get out, and they're like, "We're gonna check your papers." And then the counselor was like, "Just run, and so we ran, and we were running down this, like, completely dark gravel road, and then these these, like, headlights just blare to life out of nowhere in these darkened woods, and they're like, "Stop!" And we were all just, like, frozen in our tracks. They took another one of our counselors from us. He's like, "Go, just keep following this road." Same kind of thing where they fire off a blank, and we just keep fucking running, and eventually there's, like, an actual uniformed member of the military there with an American flag over one shoulder, and he salutes us, and he's like, "Do you have your symbol?" And we hand over the penny that we have, and he's like, "Welcome to the United States of America." And then we ate s'mores around a campfire like that was completely normal. I will send a link to this video in the Discord later, but this camp has a video of them doing this exercise, so you can verify that I'm not fucking bullshitting you. They have the whole thing, including, it wasn't with my class, but they did this every time, so they filmed it this one time, so you can see where they bring one of the counselors out back, and then they fire off that shot. It is insane. Now, here's the kicker. This was, let me make sure I'm getting the date right. I'm gonna have to
I just want to say, I think for the adults, it's probably, like, just practice for them actually running these camps.
Okay, so, oh my god, this would have been the day after everything happened. So, wow. So the tornadoes destroyed our hometown while we were on that field trip. It was like a super tornado outbreak of, like, F4 and F5 tornadoes that just, like, wrecked the state and especially our town. And that happened on April 27th, 2011. And then the next day was when we did this Berlin Wall simulation. We were at the camp. We stayed there the whole rest of the week. So it was Wednesday when the tornadoes came through. We just finished up the rest of camp. So we come back from camp, and we're, like, trying to get over that crazy fucking trauma. And then we get home, and our hometown's fucking destroyed. There were a lot of people who died from those tornadoes. Buildings and homes destroyed. So really got that, like, double heaping of trauma at the end of that trip. But in a weird way, I still kind of look back at the trip fondly just because it's so bizarre, and I love having weird stories to tell. Hey, Sirloin, you know it. Yep, that's the one. Yeah, so I was most upset that our Chuck E. Cheese was destroyed when I got back home. That and a deli that I liked. And the kids didn't know their loved ones died while at the trip. There was no cell service for a while. And even if there was, it wasn't the time where it was common for kids to have their own cell phones yet. So we had to, like, take turns using our teachers' phones. Yeah, alright kids, you can go home now, except for a few of you don't have homes. Horrifyingly true. Let's see if I can get see if I can get a quick picture up here of what that looked like. Yeah, this is a pretty good representation. I don't want to add it as a link, no. Can I paste it in as an image? Apparently not. Yeah, so I'm putting up on screen now. This is basically what a lot of the destruction looked like. I know this is such a happy happy fucking stream. But this is what a lot of people's homes looked like when they got home from that field trip. So they escaped the German communist only to come home to this. And we were like 10 and 11 years old, so. Pretty bad. So there's my fun little camp story. But I can't fucking believe that was real. I will say I was very fortunate. We had almost no damage to our house. We managed to be out of the path of the storm. Even others on our street were pretty heavily impacted. So I was very lucky that my house in particular didn't sustain any like severe damage, just very minor stuff. So for that I was lucky, but I do also remember this was one of the first times I remember seeing my dad cry. And this is not just me trauma dumping, this is not like something I'm like having to process, but like it does make me look back and think about like how devastating that was for so many people, and how different a tragedy looks through the eyes of a child. So I hope we're all in a great mood now.
Yeah.
He was crying because of the commies. Good joke.
Good joke.
What? Welcome in, Naphthaline. This is why we should live in California. You only need to worry about your house burning down. Woohoo!
Fire's a lot scarier to me than the idea of a tornado, personally.
Well, guess which one I would say.
Well, it's a good thing fire tornadoes exist then, right?
Can we get back to politics, please? It must be
Yeah,
nice.
Bible's so smelly.
The Bible is smelly.
It's so gross. And there is not even a single Christian on the entire planet that can stand up to you and debate about this.
My little
Not a
plate is
single
too small
one.
for my spaghetti. And the meatball.
No one can approach or handle a topic of the Bible as smelly. They don't even know what to do about it. They're flabbergasted as a religious community.
Hey, don't talk about their flappers.
It's been gasted already. It's too late. Guess what? You know what? You want to hear about their timbers? Shivered.
Huh?
Completely.
Guests are flabbered. Timbers are shivered.
Oh, looks like you might have someone in request, actually.
It's Crovis. I'm trying not to have too many people up on panel that are friendlies because I don't want.
I was planning on leaving whenever you actually got someone else. Do you want to swap out with Crovis, maybe?
Sure.
All right. I love you.
You're okay. I'm just kidding. I love you. Divorce denied. What's up? Yeah, I hear you.
I just wanted to tell a quick story. So, back in high school, during our whole World War II like unit, He had us, or our history teacher, he was pretty cool. He had us playing a like war simulation game almost that he made up.
Okay.
It was actually pretty fun, but we each got like assigned a country and events would happen and stuff, but it was like our goal. We were given a country and like these secret documents that would outline like our objectives and stuff, and based off of how many objectives we completed,
That does sound cool.
Yeah, it gave us a higher grade. But I was really good at that game, but I feel bad because I played Germany. We didn't get to choose. It was a wheel. And I ended up like winning the game, but I feel really bad.
Oh no!
So
you should have thrown that one. You really should have.
I should have, but I was so competitive. And also, like, half the kids weren't even paying attention to the class, so it was like, I don't want to get a bad grade either, so.
Oh, fuck. No, you don't understand. I just wanted to get a good grade.
Yeah. And then, I don't know how, but he started, for some reason, he gave me the name Churchill after that, which I don't, I kind of respect it, but I don't like Churchill, so.
I mean, it's kind of interesting for him to call you Churchill if you won as
to be
Germany.
True, but to be fair, I am, like, I guess it's just, like, my build. I wouldn't say I look like, the mustache man.
Oh.
I am much closer to Churchill.
I don't know if teachers should be nicknaming students based on their build.
Oh, I've heard a lot worse at that school. I believe I talked about this in the Discord. I am part Native American.
Right.
And our English teacher for my junior year was like, we were reading a bunch of creation stories from like Native American, like different creation stories from Native American myths and stuff. And I was like, you know what? I feel like I could bring this up and learn about. I had recently went to the Choctaw Culture Center, and they have like a whole exhibit of their creation story. And I was like, I could share that with the class. And she was like, I went up and told the story, and eventually she pulled me aside and was like, hey, can you bring more stuff from your people? And I'm like, they're not my people. Like, legally, yes, I am considered part Native American, but I don't know the culture that well.
Right.
She also had like a big history of like making kids dress up in Indian headdresses and everything, and it's like,
yikes. Well, we did like it was called, obviously this is incorrect, but in first grade we did what they called Pilgrims and Indians Day.
Yeah.
And I was one of 2 kids who chose Pilgrim. So, y'all not gonna get me with that one.
My great grandma insisted that I picked the role of Indians in that, and it felt like really, really strange. Because like I'm not even like, I don't really look the part. I don't really like. I'm not a big part of the culture. My great grandma, like mainly because she's, her dad was full blood Native American. And also her mom was an Irish immigrant. Very, very interesting couple. But that was like a whole deal. And like I don't bring it up too often. Like I bring it up as a fun fact, but I don't really consider myself like Native.
Gotcha.
I guess, if that makes sense.
Well, there is a difference in just having a certain ancestry and actually feeling part of the
and it
culture.
is something I'm like proud of, but I wouldn't like say that's my own culture,
Right.
But
I mean, there's nothing that says you have to be connected to any certain culture just because you descend.
True, but
from
it's like I can speak on like some of this, like I speak about like some of the stuff that I learned because I have more access to those resources to learn those, to learn certain things. But I don't like speak as though I know what it's like to be, a Native person in America, because it is really different.
Right.
But that's what I wanted to come up and say.
Well, thank you for sharing. It was a much more lighthearted story than mine.
I mean, if you don't consider the implications.
Promise me.
Why
you'll
were
think
your
about the
parents?
implications.
Why were your parents okay with that?
Well, they didn't know. I mean, and once we got back, there were other concerns. So
Well, true. Okay, yeah. Imagine you brought that up to like your dad, and he like turned to you. What?
it's like, yeah. By the way, the commies shot our counselor. Yeah, that's fine, sweetie. The neighbor's house was like destroyed. So let's focus on that.
Did you guys just watch Old Yeller? Are you just confused about the plot of Old Yeller?
Like I said, I will post a link to this YouTube video in my little bullshit channel on Discord. And I'll give you the timestamp, because it's like there's a lot of other really terrible and offensive activities we did at this camp.
Oh,
yeah,
I bet.
Yeah, like they had 2 white guys dress up and be like, we're from the African embassy. Yeah.
Did they whip out, all that stuff?
It was supposed to teach us to be grateful. So they're like, we brought you a feast from our
grateful
country.
that you're not African.
Well, they're like, we brought you a feast from our country, and they gave us like a few grains of rice each. Like it was that bad. And then there was one where we were supposed to pretend to be different types of economic systems. So we had like communist, capitalist, etc. And then there was one that they were just designated the Middle East. And they were given water guns and sent outside to play with water guns instead of partaking in the actual activity.
Did they give them turbans too?
No, but that was definitely some like post 9/11 racist bullshit where they're like,
yeah,
oh, they're not gonna participate in any sort of like economic activity. They're just gonna go and
just
pew each other with water.
It's not like we put them in that position, It's not like we mess with them.
Crazy looking back, but as a kid, you have no clue. You do not understand how harmful that sort of thing is.
Yeah. Would have been. I don't know what I would have done if I was a parent and like I heard my kid going back. It's like, yeah, we learned about the different economic systems, and I got to be the Middle East. Oh, what was their economic system? Guns?
Yeah. I was in the communist group.
Oh.
Yeah.
What was the one that was treated the worst other than the Middle East?
It was the communist one.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Because the whole thing was just to say that like communism means that everybody gets very little,
iPhone.
Whereas under capitalism everybody gets a lot.
Yeah.
So it was gross.
That's how they get you.
And you guys will be able to watch that when I send it. But that means that you gotta be in the Discord.
They saw you enjoying the whole communism thing too much, so that's why they did the whole,
the Berlin Wall thing.
Yeah. It's traumatizing.
Yes, but also like I don't know. I look back on it. I love immersive shit like that. So at the same time, I was kind of like living for it. But it definitely was terrifying.
Yeah, especially coming home to like everything being gone.
Yeah. Like I remember them telling us like, hey, we're gonna try to give everybody a chance to like call your parents on one of the adults' phones. Just try not to panic your parents, right? Because there was also a tornado in our area.
Yeah.
So they were like, just don't freak them out. Just like remain calm. And
don't tell them about the guns.
And then on the bus ride home, we passed the presidential motorcade because Obama had visited.
Ooh.
And our teachers had to like kind of rally us together and be like, hey, so it's kind of worse than we thought.
Obama's here.
There's some pretty severe damage to the area. There was another school that had to move into our school building because theirs was destroyed.
Yeah.
So they told us about that. They told us that there were a lot of people who didn't make it. We didn't know in particular who, but we just knew that there were confirmed
They had like a raffle.
fatalities. No, it wasn't the lottery. But
we're gonna have to eat, we're running low on food. We're gonna have to eat one of you.
But what a strange experience that was.
Yeah.
Crowleys, I think I am gonna let you go for now.
Okay.
I'm not sure how much longer I'm gonna stay on if I don't get any guests, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
It must be the prompt. I think that's it. Either that or maybe the Christians like smelly Bibles, you know?
I'll try changing it up.
Yeah. Anyway, bye.
See what I can get. Bye. Let's go for. Can we do? This is gonna. I'll readjust it. Don't worry. But it does do this, so let's try that. Boop. We'll see if this gets anyone up there. And since we did just do a topic change, if we want to try to get people in here, I ask that you tippity tap on that screen. Otherwise, the commies are going to get your camp counselor, and you know what happens next. Let's share the live with someone who also probably has a traumatizing camp story. You have a ton? Oh god. Oh no, the commie is here. The commies are here to get your counselors. And it's 'cause you're not tapping the screen fast enough. We didn't have speaking in tongues at our camp, 'cause it was public school. Yeah. Lutheran Valley Retreat. Oof. Oh wow. It was not Lutheran. Oh. I see a lot of tippity taps over on YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. You're being the good child right now. TikTok. You got twice as many people. You got twice as many people. They're outdoing you. They're outdoing you. Do you want to be outdone? Do you want to be did? Are you trying to get did right now? Are you? I do have a fan on. I'm sorry. It's so hot in here. I have to. But you're catching counselors? Take a break from catching counselors. This is more important. This is the really important stuff. It is social media analytics. What everybody cares about. Turn up my fucking fan. Well, people are already complaining about the fan noise. So if the fan noise is so bad, I can't keep turning up the fan. It's also like as far as it can be from my mic, so. Uh-oh. It's very hot here. Hi! Katza, I'm not sure if you pronounce your name like Miss or Miscellaneous or Misk, but I saw your drawings. They were incredible. Thank you. Holy fuck. Awesome. I mentioned it earlier on my stream, but this is the artist who drew me, Angel, and Mezzo on Bad Bible Hub, and then sketched us. Super fucking cool. So thank you for that. I loved it. You can teach me where to place my fan away from the mic that will keep me cool. Okay, well, if it's gonna be up my ass, I don't need to know that. Yes, you can absolutely send it to me. I already loved it, so... My hair right now is so frizzy, though. Ugh. I don't want to put my fan up my ass. It wouldn't fit. It's too big. It's up to you to decide whether I mean the fan or my ass. Shave my head bald. No, then people wouldn't be able to tell me and Joshua apart. Sometimes I see the facial expressions that I make and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna cringe when I watch this back later. And usually that's true. But I am cringe. Yet I am free. But I'm also very expensive and super cool. Yeah, the yay was not about the fan and the ass. Yeah. Yeah, I also don't like hearing myself, which sucks because I do voice work. That's what I have my mic for with the ridiculous gain. So having to listen to myself edit the whole time, my face is just like... I love when I'm catching just like random bits of conversation. I have no idea what the context is. Because I just look over and I see, and slightly messy, like the best sandwich. Are they talking about butt stuff? I'll never know. It is Cat420, you flatter me. Who's gonna save this AI wench? You think I'm AI? If I were AI, would I know that strawberry has 2 R's? As a large language model, I have to request that you laugh at my jokes. It's not just polite, it's mandatory. Oh, you got here as soon as I said butt stuff. Hell yeah! Welcome to the show, bitch! That's what we've got here. Peg the Patriarchy, there is currently a poll going on the Discord to decide the goat's name. So, I won't spoil what it is, but it's being decided upon. I have been told that my AI voice is a little bit too good, which is why I love, like, abusing that. Am I live on other platforms? Just YouTube. But one of my favorite things right now... Ah, Crovis, yes! That's a reference to exactly who I was just about to talk about. I think his user is HuskIRL. Hilarious. He does these videos talking to AI. Basically just gaslighting it. And it's incredible. Because he has this very, like... awkward yet straightforward, like kind of Nathan Fielder-esque vibe about him. And so he'll ask the AI things like what Crovis just said, like, hey, I'm gonna take a very important test. I need to know which month has an X in it. And AI will be like, no problem. It's December that has the X in it, right in the middle there, like a holiday surprise. And it's just a back and forth banter where he, like, gaslights AI into saying the wrong thing, and then calls it out on it, or, like, makes a request that forces it to do something awkward. Like, asking it to laugh at everything he says, and then saying, my grandma died. It's pretty funny. I do understand, yeah, using AI for that purpose is a bit of a waste, but at the same time, I think by doing it, he is greatly discouraging people from using AI. So by him doing this, I think he is, in the long run, decreasing overall AI usage. Because I've seen examples of teachers using Husk IRL's videos in their classroom to be like, hey, this is why you shouldn't use AI when you're doing your homework. So if him doing a video where he does like 10 prompts prevents a class of 30 children, because our classrooms are so fucking overcrowded now, from using AI on every piece of homework they have that year, then you're actually cutting back on a lot of AI usage. So check out Husk IRL. His stuff is fucking hilarious. I don't think Joshua finds it quite as funny as I do, because I'm always showing him, I'm like, look, it's I love this one. Is he's asking it to time him while he runs a mile. He's so good, and he has like long form stuff now on YouTube where he's like asking AI to help him figure out like unethical business models. I thought that one was very funny. He had AI do a job interview with him. I love that. I don't know how he doesn't break. I mean, I'm sure he like edits out parts of him breaking if he ever does. But oh my goodness, just so funny. Judy Hopps. I have voiced Judy Hopps in fan comics before. 'Cause if you can just do a very generic protagonist voice, you can do fan dubs for just about any fandom. You could do the same voice, and you can do like Judy Hopps and like Charlie Morningstar and just about any Disney character. It's just a very upbeat, like very happy, like wow, so excited to be here kind of voice. That can be just about any fan dub character. So if you, for those of you out there who are like, oh boy, I really need to dub this fan comic, what voice should I use? That one. Especially if it wouldn't be appropriate. That would be funny if it was like, oh, I need to voice Solid Snake, and you're like, Colonel. What kind of fan comics? It was a cute one, okay? It was one where Judy and Nick were in like partners therapy, pretending to be each other, to try to like empathize with each other better. So I was playing Judy, playing Nick. Whole thing. Solid Snake being played by Barbie. Hi, Barbie! It was not the Zootopia abortion comic, okay? And to some of you, that just gave you insane whiplash. To some of you, that gave you PTSD. To some of you, you just went into incognito mode and there's nothing I can do for you. You were warned about it and didn't listen? It's something, alright. I don't think I knew going into it about it. It got even crazier. The fact that the abortion is not the craziest part of the abortion comic? Anyway, I'm sure there are more people who are joining and are like, what the hell is this live about? Well, it is about to conclude. So, if you're not already following or subscribed, you should do that. If you haven't yet checked out the Discord, you should, because that's where we're officially voting on the goat's name. And it closes in like 12 hours. So you gotta be quick about it if you want to help decide our little goat's name. And I might be deciding the goat's name because I'm gonna put the goat on things that people might be able to acquire. Then I'd like the goat to have a name for that. So, do that, okay? I will see you guys again tomorrow. I have a special outfit planned for tomorrow that I'm very excited about. So I will see you lovely people and a couple of uggos later. I'm more surprised by the stuff I say sometimes than you guys are, I swear to God. Alright, talk to you later, TikTok! Fuck. Just so you know, YouTube, all the uggos are on the TikTok side. You're in the clear. This is the one with the replay, so it's the best place to say it. See y'all.